Hi, Wayne here. I'm going to spend the next few minutes, attempting at least, to introduce you to a website that I hope you'll find useful as you review the square dance moves that you've been taught already and can use as a reference for square dance moves throughout your square dancing career as you become more skilled at the various levels. The Taminations website is designed to take you from the basic level, which you're learning now, all the way through challenge. It's an overhead view similar to what you might have seen for football plays that are demonstrated on a chalkboard. So it's a downward looking view from the top with a graphic and interactive presentation. So I'm going to turn off the webcam here in a moment. And if you'll just follow the yellow circle through the steps that I'm going to show you, you'll be able to use the Taminations website immediately to help in your learning process. So here we go. We'll start by opening up a browser. It doesn't matter which one you use. You can do it on a PC or a tablet. And in the Google search field, we'll type in the word Taminations, Taminations. You'll see that I've already been there a number of times, so it will show up as a default. But you should get search results that look something like this. If we click the About Taminations, tamtwirlers.org/taminations/info, it'll take you to this screen. We'll start by browsing through the main menu. All of these selections across this tabbed line at the top show the various levels of square dance. Basic and mainstream. Basic 1 and Basic 2 are what you're learning with our class currently. You'll eventually get to mainstream, then eventually to plus. You may at some point in your square dancing career advance to A1 and A2 and even to the challenge levels, C1 through C3B. But we're going to focus on the Basic 1 and Basic 2 levels. And to do that, we'll start simply by putting the mouse over Basic 1, clicking the mouse, and the drop-down will give you a list of the various calls that are included in the Basic 1 level of square dancing. Some of them I'm sure you'll already recognize. Circle to a line, courtesy turn, you saw Allemande left, forward and back, grand, square, and so forth. The Basic 2 levels has another list. You've actually done some of these by week 4 in your training. You'll see several here. Flutter wheel, for example. Wheel and deal, for example, are ones that you just learned. Let's go back to Basic 1. And we'll select Bend the Line, just for demonstration purposes. Once you've made a selection for a call, you'll see there are 3 sections to the screen. There's a written definition on the left third of the screen, and that written definition comes in either an abbreviated version or a full version. If you click it, we'll go back to the abbreviated version. In the middle of the screen, you'll see a graphic demonstration of Bend the Line. Right now it's set up as a right-handed two-faced line. We're going to change the selection and pick a lines facing out. So here's the lines facing out layout, and in the graphic you'll see 4 different colors identifying couples 1, 2, 3, and 4. You'll see the ladies are the circles and the squares are the guys. You'll see their facing position, facing direction, and you'll see whether or not there's a handhold involved by the yellow dash with the circle indication. I would recommend for using this website that you select the slow option, that you select the loop option, that you can select or deselect at your pleasure, a grid option. And for now, I'm going to recommend that you select the number 4 option, which, as you can see, identifies each of the 4 couples. You can also select the paths, which simply helps identify the direction in which the moves are accomplished. And for demonstration purposes, we'll select play. As it advances across, you'll see the dancers start to move and in what direction they move. And this is a demonstration of where's the line. Bend the line. You can pause the action at any time. We'll go through it one more time. And as soon as they start to move, we'll pause it. There we are. So you can see in this case, there was a line facing out. And the centers began to back up as the ends moved forward. And then we can resume play to finish the move. So you can see the beginning position, the action that takes place, and the finish position. We'll stop. That's all there is to it for bend the line. Now you have the ability, using Taminations, to go back and look at virtually any call that you've already had. And I'd recommend that you not spend time looking at calls you haven't yet been introduced to in class. So here is the sides, face, grand, square. We'll hit play, and you'll see the entire move. I'd also suggest that you pick one dancer in the setup. If you're a guy, pick a guy. If you're the number 1 gal, pick a gal. And follow that one dancer through the entire move. You can see which way you turn and whether or not handholds are involved. They're halfway through the move. Now they're backing away. Number 1 and 3 are moving toward each other. Turning once again and backing away to finish the call. There you go. That's all there is to it. Feel free to check with Taminations either on your desktop or on a laptop. You can even do it on a cell phone, on a smartphone, if you download the app for cell phone use. That's all there is to it. Hopefully you've found this helpful.